Here it is, guys, the moment that you all been waiting for. Everything comes down to this, the finale of the F1 2021 Breaking Point Career Mode. We'll see if you're going to beat Devon, Butler and Alfa. The final push. Welcome to another video, guys. My name is Tom. If you could already leave the like and subscribe if you're new to see plenty more Formula 1 content, it really motivates me to make more. If you could that, I would be very thankful. It really helps me out. I'm so excited to see how this finale is going to turn out. Receiving an email from Brian saying that we are helping Aiden to get that Mercedes seat, so it's good to see that everyone is helping Aiden to get that precious seat, and Casper is been doing that as well. We got a plot twist in the last episode, but hopefully things are going to end well, and hopefully we can beat Alfa Romeo and Butler, which got his biggest expose in his entire F1 career. But here we go to the penultimate chapter at the United States Grand Prix at COTA. With Butler's mind games no longer having effect, Akkerman sets out to take the race directly to the man who caused the rift between the two teammates at Aston Martin.
Okay, Casper, you're doing great. Let's keep this up.
Here's Butler ahead.
Butler, you're closing on him. No theatrics, please, Casper.
Yeah, understood.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We find ourselves in P12 at the United States Grand Prix, and we need to beat Devon, Butler, and to do that, we mustn't do that I've just done, because it's been a while since I raced at COTA. But first we need to negotiate PA Gasly, and then Butler is 12 seconds up the road, so we have a lot of work to do if we want to catch the Alfa Romeo. You can see that the objectives right now is been always beating Alfa Romeo. Just see how focused we are, but round the outside we go of PA Gasly. That felt really smooth. And we are up into P11. Now ahead of us we have Esteban Ocon, but first we had to negotiate some lap cars, which it wasn't that much of a big of a deal. And then I think this is in the next lap. We're already very close to the back of the Alpine. I don't know, I was going to say Renault, I don't know why. We are in the second half of 2021. Ocon won a race, and I still can't say Alpine right, but he's going defensive. The previous race winner in real life Formula 1. Round the outside we go. Another smooth move, and now ahead of us we have the first Alfa Romeo to clear, which is Antonio Giovinazzi. You can see that he pitted. He's on the softest compound tyre, but hopefully it's not going to be a hard overtake. Aiden Jackson, our teammate, is pulling into the pit, so this can get really close between myself and the two Alfa Romeos. So you can see a very direct battle between Aston Martin and the Italian team, but Gio doesn't have any chance whatsoever. And you can see Aiden Jackson up there trying to overtake Devon, but it doesn't work. But I'm confident that he's going to clear the Brit because he's on the soft comparative tires, so this should be a piece of cake. You can see skipping a little bit forward in the same lap, we're already got to the back of Devon Butler, so hopefully this is going to be a piece of cake. You can see the traction, but Butler blocks pretty nicely, so I gotta say that is a good defensive move. But down inside we go of the Alfa Romeo, similar to what Verstappen did on Raikkonen in 2017, and you can see very aggressive in the squeeze, because that's Devon Butler, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta be rough with that man. And we are up into P8, and like I was saying, what a fantastic overtake, and that would be the penalty in 2017, but now it's time to overtake Aiden Jackson. Round the outside we go into the first corner, blind apex, so we need to be really careful to not cut the corner or go wide. But Jackson gets the position back, and I lose the back end, and we need to do that all over again. I almost spun and put our chances to beat Alfa Romeo 2-1 early, and you can see that Butler is already out of the points, so definitely he's in nowhere man's land. But now here we go to second chance on Jackson. Down inside we go this time. We go a little bit wide, and he's going to do the switchback. Brilliant driving from Aiden Jackson, our teammate. You love to see the two Aston Martins battling left, right and center without making any sort of contact. You love to see it, but this is the last lap, and we have one final DRS zone available to us, and hopefully it's going to be it. You can see that we're already gaining, and this time Jackson doesn't have any chance when we finally we gain 7th place, and Jackson's soft tires maybe are starting to fade away a little bit. And now we have half a lap to go. Lewis Hamilton wins the United States Grand Prix for the 5th millionth time. But for us, Aston Martin, we're going to once again outscore Alfa Romeo, and this is going to be a huge plus if we want to get before in the standings. Great driving, great race. Get in there.
Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
Well, this season promises to end in quite the dramatic fashion. The tussle for the top continues, but in the midfield, Aston Martin very much closing the gap on Alfa Romeo.
Both teams have had a terrific season. Butler and Jackson rumoured to be in the running for that open Mercedes seat too. I can't wait to see how it all plays out.
If you're anything like us, you won't want the season to end, but end it must. From here on in, every second of every lap counts. What a riveting season it's been. After an excellent performance at the Grand Prix, I'm sure there'll be plenty of celebrations tonight amongst the Mercedes team, and they certainly deserve it.
So that was an exciting race from our perspective. Let's have yours.
Yet another victory over rivals Alfa Romeo today, Casper, and more speculation over whether or not you can steal that 4th place. What do you have to say about that?
Let's go with the right hand side option. We have on our eye 4th place for quite a while, since last year, which we didn't manage to accomplish that for the reasons that we all know, and we know that we can do it, and it showed in this race.
Well, yes, and rightfully so, in my opinion. We've had our eye on 4th place for a while now, even when others have written us off. We're working tirelessly to make every second of every race count, and it's right that that's reflected in the standings. We know what we're capable of, and we know we can do it.
Your retirement grows ever closer, of course. Is that something you think about?
Of course that I think about, because it is an end of an era, we can say it's a new chapter in my life, we can say like that. But until I finish my final lap, I need to focus in my job, which is finishing P4 in the constructor standings.
No, that doesn't really play into it. I've got a job to do, and I've got to remain focused. Every moment counts out there, and if I let my mind wander for even a moment, it might be the difference between 4th and 5th in the constructors. Now off the track, it's a different story, but I try my best to keep distractions to a minimum.
Are you looking forward to your retirement? How will you spend it?
Considering that we are so focused in, getting P4 in the constructors, that I didn't have time to think about that. Who knows, probably it's going to be Endurance, IndyCar, or maybe WRC, we've seen Raikkonen. Only time will tell.
I actually haven't thought about it much. You know, my wife, she tells me I'll miss all of this when it's gone, and I keep brushing her off. I say, yeah. But I think, I think she's probably right.
Thank you for your time.
And there you have it, the final interview of the Breaking Point story mode. I'm starting to feel a little bit sad, I'm not gonna lie, because we're going to have ahead of us in any time soon our final chapter at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. But once again, a great performance at USA. I really enjoyed to do those overtakes, and as well the battle with Aiden, which we're going to talk now.
Aiden.
Casper, hey, we're closing in on Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, good race out there.
I think we can do it, Casper. I think it's on.
You know it's not going to be easy, right?
Well, the fights that can't be won are the fights you fight the hardest.
That doesn't make any sense.
Of course it does. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. Just wanted to say congrats.
Yeah, you too. See ya.
Bye.
Thank you so much, Aiden. Really enjoyed that battle with you at Kota. And like I was saying, we're getting to the finale, and it feels kinda sad because you know that the end is coming, and I can even express my feelings because of Brian.
Casper, debrief has been put back 10 minutes, so you've got a little more time.
Okay, thanks.
Great race out there today. Who'd have thought we'd been pushing for 4th just a few months ago?
Yeah, well, you know what they say. The fights that can't be won are the fights you fight the hardest.
Whoa, brilliant. I'll have to remember that one. That's inspiring is what that is. You keep fighting those fights, Casper. See you at the debrief.
Yeah, bye, Brian.
Even veterans learn things from rookies. Taking that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, but here we go. It all comes down to this, the final race of the season at Abu Dhabi 1 month later. This is it, guys. This is the final scenario of the Breaking Point removal. Are we going to overtake Alfa Romeo? I really hope so. And once again, Brian, please.
Brian.
Casper! Cassie boy!
Cassie boy.
A big day today. Huge.
Yeah.
The last race of your career. How does it feel?
Well, I don't know. I guess I feel...
Oh, I'm so excited, let me tell you. I'm like a kid at Christmas.
I'm excited for my retirement.
You're going to be great out there today. I can feel it in my bones. You're going to be terrific. Just remember what I taught you.
And what was that exactly?
Hilarious. I sure will miss you, Cass. Let's go out with a bang, eh? Not literally. Right, I'll leave you to it. Be brilliant. Be wonderful. Good luck.
Thanks, Brian, that's the spirit. Let's get him. Go and get him, Tiger, like I like to say sometimes. And yeah, you can see in the news, everyone is talking about it. And now our wife, everyone wants to talk with me today.
Hello?
Hey, Cass. How's it going?
Yeah, fine. Just a little bit.
Sad?
Yeah, maybe. How's Littles?
She's good. We're just grabbing an early lunch. Do you want to talk to Daddy?
Why aren't you racing anymore, Daddy?
Well, because Daddy's retiring.
Can I retire?
You need a job first, Lily. Hey, who's your favorite driver?
I like Aiden.
Aiden? Did Mommy tell you to say that? Can you put her back on the phone?
Aiden Jackson. Bye, Daddy.
No, just hang on, Lily. Hello? Aiden Jackson.
And it seems that I don't have a daughter anymore. Why does my daughter always, turn off the phone when I want to talk with someone else? I don't know. Now it's time for my daughter's favorite driver.
Hey, Casper, how's it going?
Yeah, fine. You okay?
Yeah, I just wanted to wish you well, really. And say thank you, for everything.
Hey, you've got nothing to thank me for.
And look, I'm sorry.
I think we've apologized enough by now.
I guess we have. So, the last race of an incredible career. I'll be honoured to witness it.
Thanks, Aiden. I'll see you down there.
See you down there.
And I think that's it when it comes to phone calls, so you could say that it is also a goodbye. Receiving so many phone calls is a goodbye to this Breaking Point career mode. So we're going to check the laptop for the final time. You can see that we got an email from our friend Lucas Weber saying that beat him. Yes, he really wants us to beat Devon. I wonder why? Because he knows who's Devon Butler. One of the best guys that probably knows Devon Butler, we can say. I don't know what happened to this man. He only did one season in 2019 and now he's a journalist. It was an absolute beast in my career mode. I don't know what happened to him. Maybe he retired like Rosberg to dedicate to his family. I don't know. But I can see receiving a lot of emails saying thanks for an amazing career for the time that we've been at Aston Martin Racing Point, and saying that let's get Alfa Romeo, which is what we're going to do. And here we go. All comes down to this Chapter 16 race day at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix at Yas Marina circuit. Here's what we have in store for this race. Knowing they need to finish ahead of both Alfa Romeo drivers, Casper Akkerman makes a push up the pack as he sets his sights on Devon Butler and 4th place in the Constructors' Championship. Let's get him.
Welcome to Abu Dhabi, and we're just about to start today's race here at the Yas Marina circuit. This is a track known for its long back straight, and it serves as a fantastic opportunity for overtaking, going into the slow speed corners that follow it. The Yas Marina circuit, just over 3.4 miles long with 21 corners and 2 very long back straights. There are 2 DRS zones going into the heavy braking zones of both turn 8 and turn 11 and offer plenty of potential for overtaking. The circuit comes with its fair share of tricky corners as well, in particular 15, 16 and 17, which will certainly test a driver's braking management. Aston Martin could still catch Alfa Romeo today, but it's a pretty tall order. And are you still surprised they are where they are?
I am, to be honest, yeah. When you look back at how they finished last season, the fight they had in Canada, the antagonism on and off track, these two really weren't getting on. I think a lot of people, myself included, had written them off.
Well, they've been nothing if not surprising, the Aston Martin pair. Of course, neither driver may be with them next season.
Yeah, it's Akkerman's last race today. I'll certainly be sorry to see him go. And they say Jackson and Mercedes are in talks, so who knows?
Well, Mercedes continue to be cagey about that open seat for next season, claiming that no decision's been made yet, and they'll see how this season concludes first. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Verstappen, Perez, Pierre Gasly, and Fernando Alonso, Leclerc, Butler, Norris and Carlos Sainz, Tsunoda, Akkerman, Aiden Jackson and Giovinazzi, Mazepin, Ocon, Daniel Ricciardo and Mick Schumacher. Latifi and George Russell ends our grid lineup. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track. Plenty of overtakes from this man Akkerman today, and here's another one to chalk off. This guy shouldn't be retiring from Formula One. And what's happening here? It looks like Giovinazzi's retiring. And I'm not sure what the issue is, but there's a potential opportunity here for Aston Martin, as it seems that Devon Butler's been left alone to see off the competition.
And he's not having the best of days, Crofty. A few mistakes creeping in here and there, a few lockups. This race isn't over yet.
Quicker than Butler now, Casper. Outstanding work. We've got a chance here.
Roger.
And suddenly things became much easier for us because one Alfa Romeo is out, Antonio Giovinazzi objectively catch Devon Butler before overtake Devon Butler, I should say, before lap 9. So let's get him. He's a little bit far up the road, but you can see as we've been seeing in this breaking point story mode, that the AI is a little bit slow, which is something unfortunate. But round the outside we go off Pierre Gasly, the first guy overtaking in this Grand Prix, at least when we were driving, because Akkerman has been doing a hell of a drive right now. And like Crofty said, this man should be retired. I completely agree. As we're going purple on the first sector on the next lap, and we're gaining some slipstream of Lando Norris. DRS open, overtake mode engaged. We're gaining, even if he has the DRS open, down inside we go. What a dive bomb on the McLaren. You love to see it. This man shouldn't be retiring. Another purple sector for good measure. And now we have Esteban Ocon, Carlos Sainz, and then we have to deal with Devon Butler. But down inside we go! Oh, Esteban Ocon, we almost lose the back end! How did I manage to hold that? What a beautiful overtake, what a beautiful save! I don't know how I didn't crash there, but thankfully we didn't. That will be an awful way to finish our F1 career. Oh, once again losing the back end! And we set the fastest lap in style, we can say it like that. Oh boy, I need to breathe a little bit and make sure that I cross the line in one piece, because I don't want to end my career with a crash. I think no one wants that, especially like a man like Casper Akkerman. He's been doing a great season, and it would be a shame to finish with a crash. Anyway, we have ahead of us Carlos Sainz, and after him is going to be Devon Butler. So let's try to get a good run out of the hairpin. Let's see if we can get a nice traction, and you can see how much speed that we have against that Ferrari. That is an absolute tractor in the straight. That's because we so far in this game we don't have the performance patch, which is a little bit annoying. But anyway, here he is, the man of the moment. I'm the man of the moment, not Butler. Down inside we go. No, we're just teasing a little bit Butler to see if he made a mistake. But let's do the old-fashioned way without forcing him into a mistake. A pure raw overtake. There he is, side by side we go through the start-finish straight, and round the outside we go. Look at how much we're squeezing Butler, and finally get through.
So Aston Martin potentially on track to really upset Alfa Romeo here, with Akkerman leading Butler and Jackson not too far behind. Butler's closing in on Akkerman. He's trying to win that race back, but which way's he going to go? Down the inside he goes, and they've hit each other. That's really aggressive from Devon Butler. He sends both cars spinning out. Butler into the barrier, and that looks to be the end of the race for him.
Too late on the brakes. I'm sure the stewards will be looking at this one after the race.
But the Aston Martin car's still moving. The Dutchman looks to be continuing, and
it's great to see him still in this fight, Crofty, but he has suffered significant damage. There are points still up for grabs today, though, don't forget.
Well, that is significant, but can Casper Akkerman's Aston Martin car finish?
You okay, Casper? The data this end suggests the car is compromised.
That's fine. I can finish.
Butler's out of the race.
Butler's out, we have a shot. Jackson's closing fast, Casper.
Okay.
You need to go for third, Aiden.
Copy. Third. What about Casper?
What, we let Aiden pass?
Let Aiden pass. Do the best you can, Casper. How's the car?
Good enough. Will you give a message to Aiden?
You need to pass Casper, Aiden.
Copy.
He says you'd better get on that podium.
That would get the team fourth.
Maybe, if Casper's car holds out.
I guess I better get on that podium then.
Haha, let's get him! We're back as Aiden Jackson! Remember that his first scenario was in Formula 2 at this same track. The plot twist once again. Anyway, we have a mission, which is finish on the podium at this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix if we want to finish ahead of Alfa Romeo. And here we go! On Schalke, round the outside we go, he's on the hardest comparative tire, so this should be a piece of cake, which it is. And we are up into the top 5 paying positions, and we can say that we are best of the rest, but we need to overtake Sergio Perez and Valtteri Bottas. If we overtake Bottas, it's going to be a piece of cake to get that Mercedes seat, let's be honest. But anyway, here we go. Sergio Perez is the first victim, and Akkerman is holding pretty nicely, still in 7th place, so he's being a man at the moment with a hell of a driver, holding that position with half a car. We can say that he's like Verstappen did the Hungarian Grand Prix with half a car. That's kind of similar, but here we go, side by side with Sergio Perez. Doesn't have any answer in the straights against that Mercedes power, and we are up into 4th place of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix as we're going to start lap 13, the penultimate lap of this Grand Prix. 2 laps to go, and we are on the striking distance of Valtteri Bottas. How shameful it's going to be if this man gets overtaken by an Aston Martin. Look how close we are at this Mercedes. Bottas, your seat is under threat for the next season, and you are about to be overtaken by an Aston Martin, most likely, because we have the pace. So we'll see if we're going to set up this nicely, trying to get the wide line to get that beautiful swing shot, but it doesn't do that much. However, we're going to have the DRS and the slipstream and the overtake mode. We're going to have everything. Here comes Aiden Jackson on Valtteri Bottas, switching to the left hand side of the track very aggressively. Down inside we go, hitting the apex. We went super wide. Hopefully we can park on the apex to make sure that it doesn't come back. And we are through. We are up into the final step of the podium, overtaking a Mercedes on an Aston Martin. You love to see it. Bottas, you are fired, my man, unfortunately, because you've been overtaken by a midfield car. Lewis Hamilton wins the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. I don't know if he's going to be the world champion, him or Verstappen, but for us, it's going to be the final race in a breaking point story mode. B3 for Mr. Aiden Jackson. What a finale. B4 in the standings. Yes, that's what I call a team.
Well effort, mate. Well done. Just brilliant.
Woohoo! And they've done it! What a season this has been for Aston Martin. Even a race or two ago you wouldn't have believed it, but they finished 4th in the Constructors. If the rumours are to be believed, they'll be reluctant now to let young Aiden Jackson go. What a talent he's proved to be, and an incredible end to an incredible career for Casper Akkerman, who somehow found his way back into the race after that nasty scrape with Butler. What a race here in Abu Dhabi.
Cheers, mate.
Oh, look at this, his future teammate and his future championship rival. There is the man, Alfa car and P7. Wow.
Have you seen the crash yet?
No, what happened?
No, I'll let you see it for yourself.
And Butler's okay?
Bruised ego, perhaps. Anyway, I just came to congratulate you all and bid you a fond farewell. It's been a pleasure. And I'll see you later. We'll celebrate.
Stay for a bit.
No, no, no.
Oh, come on, what are they going to do? Discipline you? This isn't my victory, Casper. This is ours.
Ah, you love to see it. That's a hell of a teamwork. Incredible, incredible finale.
Some race.
Yeah, some race.
You know, you had us all worried for a moment out there.
Brian, when have I ever let you down?
You really want me to answer that?
Best not.
Hey, it's been a pleasure.
Now the pleasure has been mine, Brian.
I hope that these two see each other again.
Heck of a career you've had, Cass.
Casper!
And I think you'll want it.
Casper! Casper!
For heaven's sake, man, get out there. You've earned it.
Come on, man, enjoy it. It's our win, remember. Toto what he's going to do. Are we signed? Yes, we're going to be Mercedes drivers. Woo! And there you have it. It's over. Oh, it feels kinda emotional, I'm not gonna lie, seeing that last cutscene. You know, those two together on the podium, and probably is the last time they're going to see each other. Probably not, because they become great friends, we can say. And there you have it, in loving memory of Maury Walker and Max Mosley, two big figures in the world of Formula 1 that left us in this year. It's beautiful to see this little tribute before the credits. Really, I think it's a very nice touch, but like I was saying, it feels kind of emotional to, you know, it's over. We can't do anything more. It's time to move on. It was a great story. I just wanted to see a final cutscene maybe with Devon Butler before seeing, you know, this podium cutscene, but yeah, really loved it, seeing those two together, and I'm very sure that it's not going to be the last time that they're going to see Casper, Aiden and Brian together, because we can say that they become friends, you know, it's their job, they are friends maybe in the professional way, but I see a very nice chemistry. And if we don't see them, you know, in the next story mode, if we have in the next game, we can imagine this little scenario where they're going to be friends and they're going, you know, to hang out maybe for a dinner, who knows. But like I was saying, incredible story mode, cutscenes when it comes to graphics, they were exquisite. Such a rich and riveting plot, it was something else. It's something new in the game, and Codemasters and EA completely nailed this brand new game mode. I was a bit afraid that it was going to be a complete failure because it was the first time, but thankfully I was wrong. And now what comes after this? A new Breaking Point story mode on F1 2022. I don't know, is going to be maybe a sequel of what we had this year. Who knows, we have the plot twist where Devon Butler goes to Red Bull and we have these two battling together for the championship. We see once again Casper Akkerman as Aiden's friend. Or maybe the return of Lucas Weber as a motorsport journalist. You never know what can happen. Or it's going to be a completely different story of what we witnessed in this year's game. And then here I am, you know, watching the credits, hearing this fantastic music. I gotta say, it doesn't influence the quality of the game when it comes to the gameplay, but the music in this game is definitely one of the best so far. Gives me a lot of F1 2012 vibes, so massive kudos to who created this soundtrack. And you're seeing some of the credits, I'm not going to show all of them because there are a lot of them and I need to finish the video, otherwise the video is going to be long. It's already long because story mode videos generally are long because of the cutscenes. And to everyone that watched the entire series, I want to thank you to be with me. I know that I started late, but you gotta remember that I'm a small YouTuber, I don't have early access like many others, so it becomes a little bit hard for a small channel to, you know, have a lot of views, especially at the start of a game cycle. So it really means a lot to me that despite knowing what happened and watching from other content creators and then spend your time of the day watching my content. It might not be that much because it's a half-an-hour video, but there's a lot of work behind the curtains and I feel very honored to have you guys watching my content. So thank you so much for watching and I'll see you guys for a brand new video next time, but for now, take care. You thought it was the end, but it's not, because we have an epilogue. And to be honest, I was very surprised to see this. I think it came out a bit of nowhere and I was very curious to see, and you're going to watch with me. And you can see that we're back into Aiden Jackson's motorhome, and they have the resurgence of Aston Martin. I wish they could finish in P4 in the standings this year, let's be honest. I'm a huge Vettel fan, that would mean, you know, heavens to me, let's say like that. And you can see that Aiden Jackson already 1 million followers on Twitter. You can see how much his popularity, you know, ramp up when we were driving as Aiden Jackson. You can see that some guys giving their opinion, no, normal social media. And now we have the email, and there you have it. Total Wolf saying, Aiden, Toto here, we've been in touch with your agent who say to be delighted to meet us for a chat. We're trying to sort something out for the next week. Congratulations with your performance at Abu Dhabi. Haven't seen a race like that for a long time. Cheers, Toto. This man really likes me. Hopefully next week chat is going to be a very productive one. And then Claire sending us an email about interviews saying no questions about Mercedes rumored promise. Okay, so it seems that everyone is already expecting you know, Mercedes announcing me, like it is the case of George Russell. And finally an email from Casper Ackerman's wife Zoe say, Aiden, hope you'll forgive me for contacting out here. Hey Aiden, hope you'll forgive me for contacting you out of the blue like this. Listen, Casper is in a bit of a funny mood about retiring. He keeps talking about what a great future he thinks you will have, and it's obvious that he got a lot he'd like to say to you. I know him well enough to know that he'd love to spend some time with you before we all go home, and he'll never ask you himself. We're having a dinner in the marina tonight, and I've asked the restaurant to add a third seat to the table. Why don't you come and celebrate Casper's retirement with us? Reservation at 8 PM. Hope I'll see you there, Zoe. And like I was saying, this friendship shows to be, you know, more than the world of Formula 1. They're going to be friends. Who knows? Maybe they can join in the Endurance Championship once Aiden retires and can do the 24 hours of Le Mans. This is me creating already imaginary scenarios, but you can see here we are at Bahrain, and Aiden Jackson is already doing a private test with Mercedes. So Mercedes announced Aiden, and he's already testing with the team to get a bit used to the car. This is not going to be the car when in terms of look for next season, but he's getting already a feel of what the team is like and getting used to everything, you know. So really happy to see Aiden. This is a good idea that I had, adding this little scenario where I put Aiden in a Mercedes. And with these beautiful images, I'm going to finish the video, the final episode of the Breaking Point story mode. Like I was saying, guys, thank you so much for joining me in this beautiful story mode. It means a lot to me, and I feel very honored to have you guys watching my content. What comes next now is the driver career mode, so I hope you guys stay tuned for that. First episode is going to come out in anytime soon, and I'm super looking forward, and I hope you guys are as well. But now it's time to finish the video. I'll see you guys so brilliant next time, but for now, take care.